It's really tempting when you're going on this weight loss journey, especially if you're somebody like many of the listeners where you've done all the things and you're tired of doing all the things and you just want to hurry up and get to your goal weight and stay there. It can feel like trying something that's marketed as sustainable or the slow way. Like, you don't want to do that. And I get it. But I spent some time today interviewing one of our fit moms, Debbie, and she shares her story because she also has done all the things. She's done the fast, quick ways of losing weight. And her slogan in our community is the fastest way to weight loss is slow. And so if nothing else, I just want you to hear her out. I just want you to soak in this idea of going on this journey for the last time and creating a sustainable way to make this a lifestyle, to make this something that is no longer hard every single day as far as, food noise and figuring out what to do, but instead is something that is seen as stewardship for the beautiful body you have been given. So listen to this. I know you're going to be encouraged, and I can't wait for you to hear from my friend Debbie. Hey, welcome to the Kingdom Fit Moms podcast, where we believe that you can go on a journey to lose weight for the last time. I know you've tried all the things and you may not believe me yet, but when you do weight loss the Kingdom Fit Moms way, everything changes. You're in the right place if weight is constantly on your mind, you're confused about food, you're missing out on memories, and maybe even putting your dreams off for another day because this weight struggle is no joke. We're a community and we're on a mission to invite God into this weight loss journey so you can shed the burden and shine your light. I want you to start living and believing in the version of yourself that heaven sees. Let's get started. All right, it's that time of the week for some Fit Mom wins, and I actually just wanted to take a moment to share with you what is going on inside of our Fit Moms Academy community, because we've had some really big updates in 2026 that I wanted to share with you. I know sometimes it can feel like, okay, you're hearing the podcast, you're hearing our mission, but what actually goes on inside of this place? And within what I'm about to share, there are so many wins, so many women who are stepping up and immersing themselves. And really, that is one of the main keys. You're going to hear about that on the podcast today too, just this idea of we heal in community. So right now in 2026, there have been some updates that I thought I'd share. So first of all, the Lord has positioned some incredible leaders in our community. We have a team of 7 leaders now, I think. I'm not looking at all of them in front of me, but about 7 leaders who have gone through the program and are experiencing freedom. Now, that doesn't mean that they never mess up or they're perfect. Same thing with me, right? But there's a sense of, I recognize that I'm breaking off shame and I am stepping into my kingdom purpose more and more every single day or week or month. And I'm continuing to grow in this area of health, and I'm not giving up, and I'm going to pull other women along with me so that they can experience that kind of freedom too. And so this isn't a program where you suddenly arrive and then you get to quit and just go on with your life. It's just like any sanctification process, where the Lord starts to take the blinders off our eyes and help us to recognize where we've been living in sin or where we've been living apart from Him. And then we start to heal those areas and forgive where we need to forgive and repent and heal and be comforted and all of those things. And then it's like layers of an onion, right? They keep coming off. But this leadership team is invested in that process, and they're invested in the healing of the women who come in. So that is beautiful in and of itself. We have started monthly challenges. We have a challenge coach, Beth, and every month you can opt in to basically refine one little area of your health journey. And so we have a buy-in process. We send out prizes. It's a lot of fun. We do a quarterly-ish book club where we're diving into some topic related to all the things that you learn here on the podcast in more depth in community. We're still doing our weekly calls. We have workshops related to all sorts of one off topics in Fit Moms, like worshiping in the kitchen and how to use your Instapot and how to Sabbath well with your family and why that matters. So there's different targeted workshops to help grow. We've had several Fit Moms who have gone through their first year and are now renewing, and we are gearing up for a Fit Moms Advanced. We haven't decided on the name yet. You guys are getting all of the inside scoop today, all of it, because we want Fit Moms Academy to be a place where you can come in and release the shame and know you are seen and learn how to relay foundations and then still have a place to go where you're going to keep growing. You're not just left to the wolves. We want to help you to continue to grow and solidify. And if this is something you've struggled with for years and years, then sometimes most of the time it's hard to just say, okay, I'm doing it for a few months or a year and feel like, okay, it's good. Fun fact, when I first started coaching, I would work with women for 3 months and then it extended to 6 months. And now we have a whole year group program at a really affordable price for weight loss coaching. So all that to say, God is on the move. Healing is happening. I'll continue to share on all these podcasts the specific wins that are happening. But if you wanted a glimpse inside what it looks like, this is what it looks like. I'm not even naming all the things, but it's good stuff. And we're having a lot of fun. And the best part is just hearing the testimony. That's one more thing is our Fit Moms on our Tuesday night calls are occasionally sharing their testimonies. So we're really becoming more and more of a tight-knit community. And we would love to have you. And if you're feeling the nudge, like, hey, I want to find my place of kingdom-minded women, then you should come join us. So just go to kelseywickenhauser.com/join, and you can come be a part of our tribe. We will be there to welcome you with open arms today. All right, let's dive into our interview with Miss Debbie. Hey, Debbie, welcome to Kingdom Fit Moms.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get started, as one of our fellow Fit Moms who is sharing your story today, I think it would be great if you could tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and the life of Debbie.
Well, I was born and raised in Wisconsin. I currently live in Virginia Beach with my family. My husband's a pastor. I'm a realtor, and I have two children, 20 and 17.
Love it. And I always like to ask my interviewees, what are 3 things that you're loving right now?
Well, I was just sharing with you, I love a new book I'm reading by Jordan Lilly, Be Good to Your Body. I've also been trying recently Rent the Runway for fashion, and that's been super fun. And I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole of like raw milk and local eggs. So some new things I've been doing.
Nice. So you're becoming what, crunchy light?
Yeah.
I
Crunchy and Run the Runway at the same time. These things can
love
be
it.
together.
Yes, we have officially embarked on our chicken adventure. We have,
Okay.
we're starting strong. My husband thought it'd be good to get 30 chickens all at once.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
it's been fun to have our own eggs and they do taste better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Excited
different.
about that.
Cool. So I wanted to bring you on the podcast because you have such an inspiring story of transformation and doing a God-led weight loss journey. So maybe it
Mhm.
would be helpful initially to just share with our audience what was this journey like for you before you came into Kingdom Fit Moms? What were you frustrated about? Where were you struggling? Maybe give us a picture of that.
I think before Kingdom Fit Moms, really had kind of bought into the idea that fitness and weight loss was just like pull it up by their bootstraps and you have to do it yourself. Um, and didn't sadly have God as part of that. Although we'd pray about it, it wasn't like he was leading my journey. I
Mm.
would say there's a big difference between now and Kingdom Fit Moms.
And were you would you consider yourself immersed in diet culture? Were you trying all the man-made things, or where did your I guess just conviction of food stand before?
I think, yeah, I had tried a lot of different things. Things probably people would all know. I was with like another coaching program that was not Christ-led, and that made me feel really uncomfortable. Um, and started to realize like this is really something that has to be under God's authority, and felt very convicted about body shame. God created my body. He creates good things.
Mm,
And really didn't, I think for a long time, shame had motivated me, but it was no longer motivating me. And I also wasn't getting the results I wanted. So I wanted to be in alignment with the Lord, being grateful for the vehicle the body has given me, but at the same time, being stewarding my health well.
yeah. So you said yes to inviting God in. So what things have changed for you, physically, your lifestyle, your beliefs? Kind of walk us through where your heart and your mind and your body are now. What's changed?
So I think the biggest mindset change I had was that I really became convinced that the fastest way to lose weight is slow. And there was a long time that the scale was not moving, but my like patterns and behaviors were changing. So just being really patient with myself, and trusting the process, I think, has was something that I truly embraced. Also, as I was sharing with you earlier about the this book that, our body is a vehicle for us to worship the Lord. And health and wellness is an investment in that vehicle. And so I want to glorify him with my body, and just giving myself the patience to make the changes, and the results will come later.
Yeah. What are some of those changes for you? What have been the new foundations that have led to this slow and steady weight loss?
So I think, there's a lot of like really fun things out there to try, but I think you first have to do like the free things, like gentle movement, walking, getting outside, having sunshine on your face, cooking at home, eating real food, eliminating sugar as much as possible, and then community, just being known by people and I think that's what Fit Moms does, is allows us to have a group of people that know us in this journey, and that's what we're designed for. Um, and so I think the cornerstones are really having God as the authority, real food, movement, getting outside and being in community.
Yeah. And when you speak to inviting God into this journey, I think that can mean different things to different people. So I'm just curious for you, what has that meant to you to you've gone from more of a secular view of weight loss to now inviting God into this? What's been the transformation in your heart?
I like that analogy that I was talking about with the vehicle. So if you think of your body as a vehicle, and I just went to go visit my parents. When I visit my mom, she lets me drive her car. And when we drive it, I like to do special things for her, like fill up the tank and wash the car. Her battery was low on her key fob, so I got her a new battery. And I don't do that because I love my mom's car. I do that because I love my mom. And so I think we take care of our body because we love our Heavenly Father. I think the Bible talks very much about investment. When you think of the parable, and God rebukes someone who does no investment at all. I think wellness and health have a return on investment. I'm not saying that it is this gate that you'll never have health problems, but I think that the Bible, there is a reap and sow and investment type thing, and we just need to trust that God's given us the food and the community and the people to help support us in that investment.
Yeah, I love that. I love that analogy. And I think that word stewardship is really what it's all about, right? We're not, it is nice to get to a certain goal weight or to fit in your favorite dress and rent the runway or
Yeah.
like all these things are fruit that are almost like little kisses from God along the way, but they are the fruit of doing things his way. And so, his better ways will lead us to that, but we have to be okay with it maybe taking a little longer than we wanted so that the foundation can be laid so that it's sustainable, right? You didn't want to come into this process only to repeat from the start in 5 years, right?
Right. Yeah. So I think if we're going to make sustainable changes, and we just need to be patient with ourselves. It can't change everything all at once. Um, so, we do meal prep. I came in with doing, a Sabbath rest. That's a cornerstone in our calendar. The walking, eating real food are things that I've picked up at Fit Moms as part of and the weekly meal prep. But I say those things and I know they sound simple, but to truly integrate them into your life, you need time.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think it's so helpful when people come into the community and they're able to glean the healing from women who are further along or the ideas from women. It just creates a sense of, oh, this is actually possible for me. I'm seeing people actually live this out. And now you are doing that for other women too. So it's just cool how there's just this kingdom economy, even in the healing process with the weight.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, like, I heard someone describe stewardship as like be a pipe, not a bucket. So we want, if we're really truly stewarding, our finances or our health or whatever, so then it's going to flow through us, right,
Yeah.
in a kingdom way. And that's how I see Kingdom Fit Moms is that, your health journey and all the leaders, it sort of like flows out into the community.
Yeah.
Um, we're not holding it just for ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. What have been other benefits for you with the community specifically inside of Kingdom Fit Moms?
I think I had so much shame around it before, and it's interesting to think, like, in the garden, body shame was really the first response to sin, right? So we all kind of come by it, honestly, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I didn't really have a community to talk to about it, you know? And so being able to open up, um, and share and relate with people that are struggling with the same thing has been so helpful.
For those of you not inside of Fit Moms, Debbie is really known for her one-liners, right? And one of them that always sticks with me is addiction is healed by relationships. So, can you speak to that at all as far as how that has just impacted you in regard to the food addiction piece?
I think, we're obviously designed for community and relationship. And I think, yeah, I mean, that's why programs like AA and others are so successful because we need to be kind of face to face, eye to eye with people that are struggling with the same thing. And I think even someone who's brand new just reminds me of where I'm absolutely capable to go if they're struggling with something. And then, we've all been there. It's like we can relate with each other. We're helping to hold each other's burdens. We're praying for each other. So,
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
And I don't know if we have touched on this, but how much weight have you lost while being inside of Fit Moms?
I think I'm about anywhere from like maybe 28 to 25 pounds. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. And thanks for sharing that. So before we end, I think we have to hear a few more of your one-liners that would encourage us and bless our
Yeah,
community.
they like come to me. I don't know. It's like it's put on the spot. I say, yeah, addiction's healed by relationship. The fastest way to lose weight is slow. Um, and consistency beats intensity. I think I've said that one a few times.
Yes, for sure.
But
Love
there's more. You just have to come inside to hear them.
Yes. Yes. You got to come on our Tuesday calls. And then when you're struggling, Debbie will whip out that one liner and
I'll whip them out.
encourage. So good. Well, thank you for sharing your journey. And uh, I think there is one more that you say about what is it? The basics are boring. What do you say?
Yeah, the boring, beautiful basics. So I think that is one thing. You have to fall in love with the basics, you
Mhm.
know? I mean, there's a lot of kind of sexy things we can do in the wellness area, but you really need to fall in love with like real food, gentle movement, getting outside,
Mhm.
I mean, portion control, drinking water. I mean, fall in love with those things, and then, you can tie in some of the other items.
Yeah. Boring. Boring is beautiful. So,
Boring is beautiful, but that's where the process of healing is, right?
mhm. Yes.
I
And
mean,
it's fun to see how we can enter into this journey that we think is all about our weight or our health, and the Lord can reveal so many other things that are maybe buried inside or things that are just waiting to come out as far as our calling and our purpose because we are surrendering all of this to Him through these boring basic disciplines, right? So that you've just done such a good job of exemplifying that inside our community.
well, thank you. And thank you for your leadership and so grateful for the group.
Hey, Fit Mom, if this episode blessed you today and you can think of somebody else who's struggling in her weight loss journey, would you consider sharing this week's episode with her to give her a sense of hope? And then while you're at it, hop on over to our free Facebook community, Kingdom Fit Moms, for daily encouragement and support. Let's go shed the weight to shine the light.